Hi, sexy soul lovers. Welcome back to another episode of Ask Amy. I'm Amy. I'm a perception artist and a coach. So today we're jumping into really cracking the code on money beliefs, because if you want to change your beliefs about money, you need to understand what's happening on a root level, on a subconscious level in your nervous system in order to shift and alter your perception, which really takes a redirection of focus, which most people don't like to do because it goes against everything that you know up until now. It will challenge your belief systems, it will challenge your ego, and when you refocus and alter your perceptions, you have to be open and willing to look at life through a brand new lens. In order to crack the code on money beliefs and expand beyond what you already know, you have to be open to what you don't know. And what you don't know is usually what you've seen that feels foreign to you in other people's lives. So if you've always had to work really hard for your money, if you have to earn your money and struggle for it and exchange time for your money, if you see somebody else who does the entire opposite of that, number one, they don't exchange their time for their money, money actually comes really easily to them, then that's going to be very, very foreign to you, and it's actually going to trigger your belief systems about money currently. And you'll want to close that door because you'll already have a perception and a judgment about what you've never experienced before, what you don't know. You don't know what it feels like to receive money really easily. You don't know what it feels like to have multiple streams of income. You don't know what it feels like to enjoy life and have opportunity to show up where you have an opportunity to receive a lump sum of money. You don't know these things. So if you see other people doing these things, there's a part of you that wants to know it, but then there's the other part of you, the story of your perceptions and your belief systems and your nervous system that's already integrated what you know about money over here, that's going to want to keep that safe. Okay, that's the whole purpose actually of your nervous system, is it takes in information out here and then processes it, integrates it, so that you can respond appropriately. Now, if you grew up in an environment where you learned that money was hard, that there was never enough, that you better work hard and earn your money so that you have status and you can say, this is mine because I did this and this and this and this to get it, then you're gonna have that integrated in your nervous system. And you're going to have these beliefs that create a perception that when you see something that doesn't match that outside of you, watch out, you're going to get triggered. And you're going to want to fight it. And you're going to want to fix it. And you might fix it by judging it and by labeling it and say that could never happen to me. Or by saying, oh, they were handed a silver platter. Oh, they are spoiled. This is typically how we do life. Okay, but in order to change something, you have to switch your focus. You have to switch your focus so that you can be open to integrating brand new perceptions, brand new roadways, a brand new roadway to your money-making beliefs. If you were raised in an environment where everything was handed to you, that money was easy, that there wasn't never stress around money, your relationships with money would be completely different. But we judge that as bad. We judge that as bad because we're so used to having to work hard, having to exchange our time for money, that our nervous system will do everything they can to protect that because that's how we know how to survive. And we think without that we're going to actually die. That version of us has to die. We have to completely die to that story to be able to step then and adapt and open ourselves up to a new story. So redirecting your focus. So I want you to think of 3 things right now, 3 beliefs that you learned growing up as a kid. And it's not that they're bad or wrong. It's just that they're beliefs and they have been keeping you in a survival story. Now, if you want to step beyond that and you want to expand and you want to experience something new, then you have to be willing also to understand and know your belief systems and know your perception, because most of that happens on automatic in our subconscious that we're not even paying attention to it. But as soon as you give something to your attention and you direct your focus and you bring it to your awareness, now you have something new to work with instead of just working on autopilot. So think of 3 belief systems. For me, I can tell you 3 right off the hop. Money doesn't grow on trees. I heard that lots. Always have a backup plan, because just in case, right? So that you're never caught in a very bad situation. And the third one is your dreams can't support you. Your dreams can't sustain you. So those are 3 belief systems that I learned as a kid. What are yours? Comment them below, because we're going to use these in order to shift our focus. Now think of if you just took those combination of belief systems. So another one's mine was you had to work really hard for your money. You had to save your money in order to get something that you wanted. Like that was the only way to get something you wanted, was to save your money. And there was value in that because you did something for it. Okay? So my worth was very much attached to money, and I'm not the only one who has experienced this, but also if I did something that was against one of my parents' beliefs about money, or within regards to what is considered poor behavior, then I either had something taken away from me, or I was punished, or something was withheld. So I very much always attached my worth to the validation of my parents. So if I wasn't getting that, if things were being withheld from me, I thought, oh no, there's something wrong with me. I better adjust my behavior to suit my parents in order to get the thing that I need. The love, the validation, the attention, the nurturing, you name it. Because it's not even really ever about the money or the thing. It's the value that's underneath that, the thing that we actually need to survive. Your perception is literally just an interpretation based on your belief systems. That's it. It's an interpretation. So does that mean it's true? No. It's true based on your belief systems. That's it. And belief systems, it's not that they're wrong or right, again, but they are limited to what you know. So in order to go beyond what you know and want to manifest new things, new experiences when it comes to money, when it comes to abundance, when it comes to prosperity, you need to know your belief systems. You need to start questioning them, get curious about them, ask, are they true? Ask if they're keeping you limited in a survival story, and then switching your focus. And the way you switch your focus is by starting to look at other aspects and other perspectives and trying them on. And guess what happens when we try on new perspectives? Sometimes they feel really uncomfortable because they're not what we wear usually. They're not how we dress. They're not what we know. They are foreign, they are new, they're awkward, and they are uncomfortable. That does not mean, though, that they aren't suited for you, that they won't give you something that you actually have always been wanting, and that's freedom. That's freedom from the small survival story that you've been living up until now that says money is hard to come by, money doesn't grow on trees, money is the root of all evil. People who just get stuff easily have had things handed on a silver platter, which means they must be spoiled. How do you even know that's true if you've never ever received something easily? If we're talking about the law of attraction here, then it's all about attraction. If those are your beliefs, that's what you're going to attract. If somebody else's belief is money comes easy for me, guess what? Money's going to come easy for them. Opportunities are going to show up everywhere to create money, to make money, to be a receiver of money. And they don't have a negative relationship with money. So think about this. If all your belief systems were the core ingredients to bake a cake, how do you think your cake would turn out? Would you serve it to your friends and family? Would you want to eat it? And if that cake was for a celebration, how great would you feel about the celebration? See, Our survival stories don't allow us to celebrate. So let's say a kid receives money really easily, and it's simply just because somebody offered to pay. And they celebrate right then and there. They outrageously go, oh yeah, so-and-so is paying. And that person responds like, well, that kid's being so disrespectful. That kid's acting entitled. That kid has a thing about money. When really, all that kid was doing was expressing his joy from being in the receptive mode of receiving something really easily. So we judge externally what does not match our beliefs, whether they serve us or not. If something threatens our beliefs, which often keep us in survival mode, we are being threatened in our survival mode. That's how the nervous system responds. But what we need to do as adults is challenge all those beliefs, is redirect our focus, is look at all those beliefs and get curious about them and explore them like we used to when we were a kid. From a very curiosity standpoint. Well, this is true. Well, no, it's not. It's just what I've been taught. It doesn't mean that it's true. And if it's not true, then obviously there are other options. There are other perceptions that actually can take me beyond the story of what I already know to be true and take me into the unknown. But most of us don't want to go there, again, because it's new, it's foreign, it's uncomfortable, we've never lived there. We don't know how to survive there. So we actually have to say goodbye to a survival story in order to expand into a new unknown story where actually thriving exists. There's freedom there. But we would rather stay in surviving in the known, in the story of our limited beliefs around money and not crack the code of money beliefs and only know that we have to go to a job and trade hours for money. And that's how we get money the whole rest of our life until we get to retirement, and then we have to watch that money. We aren't taught as kids how to leverage money. We aren't taught as kids how to make money in our sleep. We're not taught these things. Yet, as kids, we're intrinsically connected to source energy. So there's the you perception, which is the interpretation of how all your environment and all your belief systems came to be. That's you. And then there's another you, which is your inner being, your source energy, the infinite, the abundant, the prosperous. Prosperous. I like prosperous better. Prosperous. I make up new words all the time, you guys. It's epic, seriously. So you have these two versions of you that are at war with each other all the time. So you have this kid celebrating, expressing himself publicly. Yay, he's paying for me. And then you have the version of you that's looking at this version of you, and you're going to fight it because that goes against your limited survival belief story about money. So your perception of even what's happening in your environment has nothing to do with those people. It's you. It's a mirror. It's you. It's a mirror. If you are reacting to something happening in your environment and it's coming from you, it's coming from your perception, your brain and your nervous system is like a projector, and it will project your perceptions and your beliefs around you. So if somebody is acting out of line with those beliefs, that's going to show up really intensely from you, trigger a belief system within you, which will create an emotional response and say, hey, something's out of order here, when nothing is actually out of order. Everything is in perfect order, and this is an opportunity for you to look at, oh, I'm getting electrically charged right now, because that's actually what's happening. And instead of trying to fix externally what you think is out of order, it's electrically charging you so that you can take charge, so that you can take charge of your own life, so that you can go inwards and look at your own belief system around the survival money story that is keeping you limited. Because the true essence of you, your source energy, is exactly what you're looking at. Is that little boy or that little girl celebrating that something came easily to them because they were in the receptive mode, right? But we fight that all the time because we have been trained to believe that it's not easy, especially money. Especially money. That you have to work really hard for money, that you have to save your money, that you are the only one who can get anything that you want. When really, the other you, your inner being, the source energy part of you that is infinite and abundant and prosperous and unlimited, is connected to the infinite universe. It is the unlimited source of all the money in the world. And it knows that when you're actually relaxed and having fun and celebrating, guess what? That then becomes your mirror. And you will start receiving more of that. More reasons to celebrate, more reasons to have fun, more reasons to be happy, more reasons to receive things easily. But if your dominant belief system around money is it's hard, I have to try a time for money, money doesn't grow on trees, I have to do all the work in order to get money, and God forbid somebody else takes that for granted and celebrated when I give them a gift, it's a mirror. It's the universe actually aiding you and helping you and showing you in your life what your beliefs around money are and where your survival story is. And it's an opportunity to break out of what you know and into the unknown, where unlimited possibilities lie. So if all your perception is an interpretation through a belief system, you can change your interpretation. You can. It takes practice. It takes a refocusing, but it's totally possible. And it's available to you in every single moment, especially if you're getting triggered. If you're getting triggered, if the universe could talk, it'd be like, hey, here's a massive opportunity right now for you to take a step back, not react to what's happening externally. Notice that whatever you're getting triggered by is actually an electric charge that's happening inside of you that's charging the survival story that you've been looped in your whole entire life. And here I'm giving you an amazing opportunity to shift your focus and create a brand new perspective by interpreting the situation completely differently. So instead of looking at everything being out of order, thanking the universe, oh, I see now that this is in perfect order. And what I'm looking at is through an old perspective of a belief system that's keeping me in a survival story around money. Just that awareness opens up doorways to new interpretations and new perceptions. And what I love about art, it's all perception. Your life is art. It's all perception. You paint your world with your perception. You create reality with your perception and your interpretation of it. So I am going to do something really cool and different for you guys. For me, it's not. I'm going to paint all this out. And I'm going to invite you guys along with me. So on my next video, please stay tuned and watch it. And how you can prepare yourself. If you want to paint along with me, you can. You don't have to. It's not going to be fast. It's going to be like one layer, just painting everything that I just talked about out here. So what I want you guys to come up with, if you haven't already, is your 3 belief systems. If you think back to when you were a kid, think about what you learned about money. Think about what your parents taught you about money. Think about how they interacted when it came to money. And write down your 3 top belief systems. If you want to join me in painting, grab a canvas, grab whatever medium that you want, and paint along with me. And I'm going to show you what I do to paint this out and to just allow this to be the first layer. It's going to be really, really fun, and it actually is going to help you integrate, which is what your nervous system does, other possibilities, other perceptions, other beliefs, other ways, other concepts, other ideas, and be open to them, even if they're uncomfortable. Because the only reason they're uncomfortable is because they're challenging a survival story that's keeping you limited. So if you want to step into the unlimited, you have to be willing to step into the unknown, the foreign, the awkward, and the uncomfortable. So you can get started right now. If you know what those top 3 belief systems are, post them below, comment them below, because we all have similar ones. And sometimes if you don't know what they are, you can start reading other people's and be like, yeah, I have that one too. Okay? So comment them below, get prepared with the canvas, paint whatever your medium is, and I will see you on the next video where we will paint all this out and open up the possibilities, the unlimited possibilities, the unlimited perceptions, and learn how to shift our focus so we can start interpreting our reality and an environment from a brand new place that is going to help shift us into thriving versus staying stuck in a survival story. So that's really it for today. If you want extra guidance and support with becoming more aware of your limiting belief systems that keep you in a survival story around money, and you're ready to step into the unknown and the awkward and the uncomfortable, but also where thriving and freedom really truly does exist, you can coach with me one-on-one. All the information is down below. And if you're brand new to my channel, thank you for watching, and don't forget to click the subscribe button so that you never miss a video. And if you're feeling extra generous, please like and share this video. I hear it helps. And I really truly believe that we are the best damn thing that's ever to happen to us. We have all the wisdom and the knowledge of the whole entire universe within us, and we just need to learn how to access that. So if you liked this video and you got something from it, please share it with a friend and comment below. We'll see you soon.